Hello, good day from wherever you are watching. You're all welcome to our weekly webinar. Today, you are welcome. My name is Chioma Odikolo. Let us know where you are joining us from. Just say hello, say hi, say something. Let us know you are here. What are your expectations? What are you expecting to go out to this session today? We are here to learn. We are here to feast on knowledge. We are here again, right? Invite your family, invite your friends. Remember to share this video. Let us grow, let us learn, because this growth thing is a journey. We are not stopping. We will keep on growing and we keep learning. So you're welcome to our webinar today. You're welcome to our session. And today we're having a beautiful topic. Do you know the topic we're talking about? Focus like a father, build like a mother, the hidden superpower of parental focus. Did you get that? Let me take it again. Focus like a father, build like a mother, the hidden superpower of parental focus. You're all welcome. My name is Chioma Odikuli. You're welcome to our conversation today. So today we are going to start. We are living in a world where focus is rare. In our day and time, focus is rare. Even for us as parents, for children, for so many people, a good number of people out there, a good number of parents are struggling with focus. Focus is rare in our world today, especially for us as parents. Focus is rare. Sometimes you're cooking dinner, you're preparing a meal, you're helping out with homework, you want to tidy up the house. Sometimes you're also scrolling your phone at the same time. You're trying to catch up emails, you're trying to catch up messages. So many, the list keep going on and on and on and on. All at once, all at the same time. We want to do everything at the same time. But here's the truth. Multitasking may get things done, but it rarely gets things right. Some of us will think, okay, I want to multitask, but the truth is that it's better you single task. Because when you multitask, you might think, okay, I'm getting everything done, but you might not really get it done the right way. So sometimes multitasking is not good to us. We should rather learn how to single task. Now, what our children need, they don't need parents that are multitasking. Our children do not need multitasking parents. Yes, so they don't need multitasking parents. What our children need are parents that are focused. They don't need parents that are multitasking. You don't need parents that are juggling from one activity to another, not achieving a good result. Our children need parents that are focused. That is what they need from us. Now, because in the chaos of modern parenting, in this chaos where we live in the world, so many distractions, there is a hidden superpower most of us as parents have never thought to use. We have a hidden superpower. A good number of us have not used. A good number of us have not even thought it wise to use it. A good number of us have not tapped into the superpower. And do you know what the superpower is? It is focus. Our superpower is focus. Our superpower as parents, it is focus. Now let's move a bit into our conversation today. Now, when fathers focus, things will begin to shift. So you're a father out there, you're listening to me, you have a brother, you know a father, you know anyone that is a parent, a father. Can you send this video to them? Because when fathers begin to focus, when fathers begin to take charge and focus, things will begin to shift. So are you a focused father? Are you a focused father? When you begin to get focused, things will begin to shift. Things will begin to improve and things will begin to work in your home. So our children need fathers that are focused. Our children need us to be focused. Now, when mothers build, homes are transformed. Are you a mother listening to me? Do you know a mother? Do you know a sister? Do you know someone, a woman? Can you share this video with them? When mothers begin to build, the home is transformed. As a mother, when you take up your responsibility and begin to build your home, begin to build people outside your home, begin to build the world, homes are transformed, lives are transformed. Now, but when both parents, when the father and the mother focus with intention and build with wisdom, they create legacies. When a father and a mother focus with intention, when they begin to build with wisdom, they begin to create legacies. Legacies that will be remembered years to come. Legacies that will live the sands of time. Now, what is parental focus? Really, what is parental focus? Why do we even need to focus as parents? What is this thing about parental focus? Now, parental focus is the intentional act of giving your child your undivided, your mental, emotional, and spiritual attention. Parental focus is the intentional act of when we as parents, as a father, as a mother, when you begin to give your children your undivided attention. When you begin to give your children your undivided mental attention, when you begin to give your children your undivided emotional attention, when you begin to give your children your undivided spiritual attention, it's not a parent that you're there physically, but you're not connecting emotionally. You have a child that is throwing tantrum, and you're also throwing your own adult tantrum. You have a child that is struggling with emotions, but you can't help the child. You have a child that is struggling spiritually, but you can't help the child. You're not connected spiritually. You have a child that wants to have conversations with you, but you're not connecting. You're not connecting mentally. You're not discussing. You're not building. You're not helping this child. That is what it means for us to be focused, to be intentional about our undivided time. Our mental undivided attention, emotional undivided attention, our spiritual undivided attention, any form of attention you need, or any form of attention you want to take it from, having undivided attention in a way that builds connection. In a way that builds connection with our children, in a way that builds connection in our home, in a way that builds character, in a way that builds capacity for life. So we must be intentional with our undivided time, with our children, such that when we finish spending time with them, we must beat our chest and say, indeed, I have connected with my child today. Indeed, I am building character in my child today. Indeed, I am building capacity for life in my child today. That is what we should tell ourselves. So it's not about perfection. Our children do not need us to be perfect as parents. You don't have to have everything figured out before you say, okay, let me start to connect. No! It's not about perfection. It's about being present with purpose. Being present and connecting. Being present and be mindful. Being present and be there. That is what it's about. It's not about just being perfect. So don't wait till you say, okay, I have everything all figured out. All my emotions, everything, till I attend this course. Till I attend this course, I'll now come and start connecting with my child. No, everything has to be perfect. No, it doesn't have to be perfect. What it means is for you to start to work on your journey and begin to improve in the life of your children. Now, why have we lost it as parents? We are constantly plugged into work. We are constantly plugged into one social media or the other. We are constantly faced with noise here and there. There is so many distractions. We confuse being busy with being present. Most of us confuse being busy with being present. You know you can be busy and not present. Let me give us an example. For example, as a parent, you're cooking in the kitchen, but you're not talking with your child. You're not talking with your husband. You're not talking with your wife. You're not talking with anybody. You're just cooking. Do you know you're physically present, but you're not connecting with anybody? If you just carry your straight face, you are in the house, but you're not talking with anybody. You might be busy doing house chores, doing things, doing stuff, but you're not really being present. So most of us have confused being busy with being present. You say, okay, after all, they said we should be staying at home. Am I not staying at home? I may stay at home mom. I may stay at home dad. I may stay at home auntie or uncle. Am I not staying at home? But you're busy staying at home. But are you really present? Are you physically present? That is the conversation. We reward doing everything at once instead of doing one thing well. Most of us now focus on doing everything at once. You want to do everything at once. And when you're doing everything at once, sometimes you get distracted. Sometimes your phone will ring, you answer your call, you now come back to what you're doing. Sometimes you have message notification, you attend to the notification, I want to come back in what you're doing. We are rewarding doing, we find ourselves doing so much, doing so many activities, but not focusing on one and getting it done before we move over to the other one. So we must learn to be focused. The parent who focuses deeply sees what others miss. When you begin to focus deeply as a parent, you begin to see things in your children that you need to work on. You begin to see and learn from your children. When you begin to focus deeply as a parent, you begin to build what others wish for. You begin to build your children. You begin to build yourself. You begin to build when you begin to focus deeply. Now, as parents, as a father, you have the power of focus. As a father, your child needs you to be focused. Let's take a biblical example. In the Bible, the story of Joseph, the father of Jesus. Joseph was not so flashy from the Bible. He didn't speak so much. But do you know that Joseph was focused? Joseph was a focused father. And we should pick our lessons from the story of Joseph. Joseph was focused. He protected his son, which is Jesus. He provided for his son, which is Jesus. He obeyed the command of God. He obeyed the command of the angel. Joseph was a focused father. Now, when Joseph woke up, he did what the angel had told him to do. What the angel had commanded it in Matthew 1 verse 24. That is to tell us that Joseph was a focused father. So as a father, I am calling upon us today. I am calling upon you as a father to take up your responsibility and begin to focus on your family. Begin to focus on your children. Focus on your wife. Focus on the people that matter to you. Focus on your goals, your values, your vision, where you're going to. What is that thing that is of most priority to you? Can you begin to focus on it? That thing that is so important, that is an essential to you in this season of life. Can you begin to focus on it? Joseph focused on the assignment. He stayed true the assignment that he was asked to do. He stayed focused on the assignment even when it was hard. Joseph stayed true. So we should learn from Joseph, the father of Jesus, to be focused. As a father out there, you're listening to me, you know a father, you know a brother that is a father, you know an uncle that is a father. Can you share this message with them? Let us begin to focus. Fathers, please focus. So it means to focus as a father means to focus on your direction. To focus on your goals, to focus on your vision, where you are going to, where your family is headed to. Do you know the mood of the father determines the mood of the home? Do you know the atmosphere, the mood, the countenance, somehow, most times, of the father determines what happens in the home? Can you begin to focus on your emotional strength as a father? Your children need you to be emotionally regulated. Can you begin to focus on building and working on your emotions? Not just physical provision. Yes, our children need physical provision, but they also need more. They need emotional connection. Can you begin to focus on presence over performance? Most of us, as a father, you say, oh my God, I've provided everything. They have food, they have rice, they have beans, they have everything you can think of. Can we now begin to focus on presence over performance? Can we begin to focus on emotional strength and not just physical provision? We must learn to focus as a father. Can you begin to plan out, what can I do more to begin to focus with my child? To begin to focus with myself, to focus with my husband, to focus with my wife, to focus with my family. What can I do better to focus? Some of the things you can begin to do to focus as a father. You can create focus zones in your week. As a father, you can say, okay, I'm going to take a walk with my child. I'm going to take a walk with my husband, with my wife. I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to do 10 minutes daily talk with my children. I'm going to have daily conversation with my wife. I'm going to create weekends for us doing one game or the other, puzzles, drawing, or going out to play together. When you begin to do that, you're changing your focus and you are beginning to focus on the things and the people that matter so dear to you. When a father focuses, a generation is formed. When a father begins to focus, a whole generation is formed. I call upon you, fathers, to please step up and begin to focus. Because when you focus, a generation is formed. Now, the power of a mother in building. The power of building in a mother. So we're going to take our reference from the woman, the Proverbs 31 woman. Yes, the Proverbs 31 woman. She wasn't just a busy woman. She was building. So I call upon you, mothers, wherever you are, I call upon us to stand up and begin to build. You know a mother, you know a sister, you know a mother, anyone, a mother. Can you share this video with them? Let us learn. So as a mother, we are expected to build. The Proverbs 31 woman, she built her household. She built her business. She built wisdom into her children. She watches over the affairs of her household, and she does not even eat the bread of idleness. That is the Proverbs 31 woman, which I am calling upon us to pick up lessons and learn from her as a woman. She did not just raise children, she raised a legacy. As a mother, are you raising a legacy? That is the conversation. That is the question. Are you raising a legacy? Or are you just seeing your children as, okay, they are just children? No. These children that God has blessed us with, they are gods. Even the Bible says, ye are gods. Even the Bible says, let us make them in our own image and likeness. So we are gods. Our children are gods. We are made in the image and likeness of God. Are you raising them like you're raising a god? Are you raising them like you're raising a god? Are you raising them for legacy, or are you just raising them as mere children? We should learn from the Proverbs 31 woman. She did not just raise children, she raised a legacy. Are you raising a legacy as a mother or as a parent? That is the question we should ask ourselves. So as a mother, begin to build emotional security, not just routines. Not just saying you must do this, you must do this, you must do this. Have you done this? What if we begin to come from the point of emotional security? What if we begin to come from the point of being emotionally regulated? What if we begin to come from a point of connecting more emotionally with our children? As a mother, begin to build a vision for each of your children. Build a vision for each of your child, not all your children together. No. Each of your child, begin to build a vision from them, not just daily to-do lists. It's not just to-do list. You do this activity today. To do. No. Other than to-do list, can we begin to build a daily vision for them? Do you have a vision for your 3 children, your 4 children, your 2, your 1? Have a vision for each of your child. As a mother, build spiritual habits. Mothers, fathers, build spiritual habit daily into the life of your children. That is the conversation. That is what we are meant to do. Use moments when you're cooking your meals, you're taking a walk, you're doing your chores. Use those moments to speak vision into the life of your children. Use those moments to plant identity into the life of your children. Use those moments to water the purpose that God has blessed and God has impacted into the life of your children. You're having meals, you're taking a walk. Don't waste those time. Begin to use those time to water. Begin to use those time to bless. Begin to use those time to build a legacy. See your children as your first congregation. They're the people you should bless. They're the people you should, build them as legacy. Use your routine. Use your meal time. Use the time you're doing your chores to begin to do these things. So as a father, as a mother, when we focus and when we build a legacy. When a father and a mother comes together, begin to focus, begin to build, they will definitely build a legacy. Now we must learn that our home is a training ground. Our home is not a battleground. Our home is a training ground. That place where children make mistakes and we guide them. We teach them. We teach them on how to make better choices next time. Our home is a training ground, not a battlefield. And our children are formed intentionally. We should not just allow accidents of culture. Allow people out there to just do the work of parenting. No! As a father and a mother, when you come together, when you understand that you're raising a legacy, when you understand that you're raising a God, you begin to see your children, you begin to get so intentional with what you're doing with your children. You don't allow culture to raise them. you begin to do the work. Now we begin to understand that God's pattern for legacy is released in the family. The family system, a beautiful system. What are we doing? Are you building legacies? Are you building legacies? Or are you causing trouble? Are you creating problem? When your children go, everybody will be running. Your spouse, husband or wife will be running. What are you doing? That is the conversation. So we must ask ourselves, we must build our children. We must build on Christ. We must raise children who carry fire and fruits. Now, what is our hidden superpower? Our focus. The focus of a father. The focus of a mother. Now, here is the truth. The truth is that our focus is the most powerful parental tool we own. Our focus as parents is the most powerful parental tool we own. Not our money, not your degrees, not our schedules, not the things we provide for them, but the most powerful tool we own is our focus. When you focus as a father, when you focus as a mother, when you focus as a parent, your energy flows. When you focus, your children grows. When you focus, legacy begin to show. You begin to build legacy. So we must get comfortable with focusing. So I'm going to give us a 5 of the meaning of focus, using the word focus. Number 1, as a parent, F, which is focus. Filter your inputs. As a father, as a mother, guide what comes into your mind and heart daily. When you begin to do that, you see yourself start to focus. Filter your input. Guide what comes to your mind. Guide what comes to your heart daily. And sometimes what comes to our mind and our hearts are the kind of things, the kind of conversations we expose ourselves to, the kind of books we read, what we allow to come into us. So intentionally guide your mind. Intentionally guide your heart. Then, own your atmosphere. Set the tune in your home. As a father, as a mother, can you begin to own your atmosphere? Can you begin to set the tune for these children, for our children to learn? Peace doesn't just happen by accident. Peace is a skill, as my coach will always say. Peace is intentionally built and intentionally taught. If you just leave your house, you say, these children are peaceful. Peace will happen here. Peace doesn't happen by accident. Peace must be built intentionally. So you as a father, you as a mother, we as parents, we have the duty and the responsibility to set the tunes in our home. Then C, connect intentionally. Connect with your children. Use focus time. No phones, no distraction. Have conversation with your child. You're having meal, no phones, no distraction. Connect intentionally. Then you understand emotional cues. Do you understand emotional cues? Do you understand the emotion of your children? Do you know that sometimes your child might be telling you something, but you can see a different emotion on the face of your child? Sometimes your child might be crying, but all you can see in the face of that child is that this child is actually tired, or this child is hungry. Are you understanding emotional cues? Do you pay attention to what your child is saying? Or are you the type of parent that your child is talking like, please, can you hurry up? Hey, what did you say? Please, later. No! We must pay attention to what our children are saying. We must focus. We must begin to see beyond the words. We must listen to the emotions of our children, to the emotions of the people we love. We must begin to see beyond their words. Do you know what it means to see beyond someone's words? Someone is there complaining to you, and you're just looking at the person. You're looking at the facial cues. You're reading the emotions of the person. That is what we should do as parents. We are called to look beyond the words. So when your child is telling you, daddy, mommy, this, but you're seeing deep. You're seeing the emotions, and you are now knowing how best to come and help this child. Then S, surrender to God's guidance. We must understand that we have a parenting partner. And this parenting partner is God. So we must learn to surrender to our parenting partner. We must learn to surrender to God for his guidance. Let your parenting be led by purpose, not by pressure. And it comes by surrendering everything to God. So we must ask ourselves, where is my focus going? As a father, as a mother, where is my focus going? What am I focusing on? That is the conversation. And what are you building? What are you building as a father? What are you building as a mother? Are you building your children? Are you building yourself? Are you building your wife? Are you building your husband? Are you building the world? Are you building the people you that God has sent your way. What are you doing? That is the conversation. Because if we want to raise emotionally healthy, purpose-driven, and God-connected children, we cannot just be coasting around. We must focus as fathers, as mothers. We must build as parents if we must raise these children in the way that God, in the way of the Lord. So we must let our eyes be fixed on the goal, on your vision, on your mission, on your value. Fix your eyes. Fix it on the goal. Don't be carried away by distractions. Shut your ears to distractions all around. But your eyes should be fixed. Fix your gaze. Fight all your distraction. That thing that you know is a distraction, can you begin to fight it? Work on yourself. Start to fight it. And tell yourself, I'm going to build. I'm going to raise a legacy. Raise a legacy. Begin to focus. Begin to build as a parent. That is the call. That is what we are called to do. That is our duty. That is our responsibility. And the truth is that nobody will do it for us. It's our responsibility. We have to do the work on ourselves as parents. That is why my coach will always say that parenting is all about you. It's not about your child. It's about you. It's about you growing. It's about you as a father, a mother, working on yourself so that your children can look at you and learn. So this week, I want you listening to me, you're catching a replay. Can you eliminate one distraction? One thing that distracts you. Could it be TV? Could it be endless scrolling on social media? Or endless scrolling on your phone? Could it be guilt? Could it be overcommitting? Could it be attending things you know that you can actually do without attending them? Can you eliminate one thing? Can you even identify it? First of all, start from the point of identification. Identify one thing that distracts you as a parent. When you identify, you begin to work on it. Can you create a 10 minutes focus window with your child? Just 10 minutes. At least ask your child question, laugh. Listen to your child. Even when if they are telling you one story that you say, oh God, this story, oh, just laugh. Just laugh. Create a window, an opportunity where there's no distraction, and smile with your child. Laugh with your child. When you do that, you do something, you build something in your child. And when you're done, you pray over your parenting. As I said, we have a parenting partner. So don't do the work alone. We have a partner. We have God. We have Jesus. Remember to pray over your parenting. Always ask God for the grace, the direction to the right coaches, the right mentors, the right ideas, the right resources. Because this journey God has given us, we have a helper. So remember to call on your helper. Don't do this work alone. While you're working on yourself, we should always remember to call on our helper, that is God. So that is where we come to the end of our conversation today. How was it for you? Did you learn anything? Did you pick anything? What is that one thing you're going to start to do differently from today? Just one thing. Drop it in the comment section. Even if you're catching the replay, just drop it in the comment section. Let us see. Let us know. Share this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Renewed Parent Academy. Get a copy of my book, Becoming a Renewed Parent. It's going to help you on your journey. We're going to keep growing because growth is a journey. We are not stopping anytime soon. We'll keep growing. We'll keep learning to be better parents. After all, that's our number one work. Our number one job is to grow ourselves, and that is what we are doing. So thank you for your time. Even if you're catching a replay, thank you for your time. I really do appreciate your time. Till I come your way next week, Wednesday. Do have a great day. Bye.